Welcome to Lesson 106 of Algebraic Concepts, or overall Lesson 2106, Scatter Plots. Here's our objective, our vocabulary. Please take the time to read over these things. So here's what it looks like. Positive correlation, negative correlation, no correlation. The red line that you see is called a trend line, and it goes through the average of the data collected. So when data collected, it does not always fall on a nice even line. It's all over the place. And we draw a trend line through the middle of the data to get the overall trend. Okay. Plot the data set and draw a line of best fit. So we're just going to plot the data. We have no numbers here. So how do we make it up? We can start anywhere. So we're going to start this one at, it looks like it goes by 2. So I'm going to start at 14. Let's put this in another color that you can see. 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and 28. Okay, so we got 1,900, 1,000. And we go by 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 900. Would be 9. That would be 18. I don't have enough lines to go by 50s, but I will go by 1,000. So I'll start at 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900. So at 16, car insurance costs 1,900. At 18, it's about 1,850. At 20, it's about 1,800. At 22, it's about 1,700. At 24, it's about 1,500. At 26, it's about 1,200. And 28 is about $1,000. Okay, so you can see that this data does not fall on a nice straight line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So roughly we want a line with about 3 points above and about 3 points below. So to go through the middle of the data, we would do something like this. Something like that. I got 4 points above the line and 3 below. That's close enough. We're not looking to be perfect here. We're not doing anything. This is just an introduction video to get you to understand that not all data fits on a nice line. And so the general trend shows negative correlation. As age goes up, cost of insurance goes down. But you could have saw that on a table of values. Okay, let's collect some more data and talk about how we're going to, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 to 12 is about 9. I need about 9 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have it. So I'm going to start at 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll say times 100 times 100. So that lets you know that we're multiplying by 100. All right, let's see. We got to go from 10 to 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. That would be compact. So do I have 6 lines? Yeah, I can go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It is a little compact, but let's see. number of bone fractures in calcium in diet. So 300 milligrams, you got 40 bone fractures. 400 milligrams, you go 34. 500 kilograms, you go 28. 600, you go to 24. There's no 700. 800, we go to about 15. It's right there. And then 900. No 900. 1,000. 1,100. 1,200. 1,000, we're about 12. So we're a little bit above. And at 1,200, we're at 10. Okay, so this graph got a little compacted, but that's okay. We can see that not a straight line will fit all the points on these lines. The line will be curved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points again. So if we're going to draw a line, about 3 points should be above and 3 points should be below. So how do we draw this line showing negative correlation? I guess we would do something like that. Again, showing negative correlation. The less calcium in your diet, the more bone fractures you are likely to have in general. Okay, so those were our two examples. Again, this is an introduction just to get you to plot real data collected from various sources and to see what the correlation is. Okay, let's look at the data that we have. We have stopping distance in feet, so this will be feet, and speed in miles per hour. Okay, so we can put any numbers we want on our graph. So I think I'm going to start y at 10 and go by every 5. Make it up to 60. Okay, let's see what we can do on X. Can we go by 50? 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. But we don't have enough to get 700. I can't go by 75s. I can't go by, let's see, 75, 150, 225, 300, 375, 450, 525, 600, 675, 750. Counting by 75s is kind of weird, but let's make 75 work. So let's call this 150. Let's call this 300. Let's call this 450. Let's call this 600. And let's call that 750. And we're counting by 75s, and I went every two lines, and that's counting by 150. So let's see. For 20 feet, we went 10 miles an hour. So 20 is a little less than 1/3 of 75, so it's about right there. To go 99 feet, we went about 21 miles per hour. Somewhere about right there, maybe. Halfway between 75 and 150 is 125. No. That's 75. Half of 75 is 30 something, 32.5. 30 plus 75 is 105, 107. It's not quite halfway. Okay. So, for 200 feet, 225. We went 30, so this is 225, so a little less than 225. We go about 30. Okay, for 310, which is right above 300, we went about 40 miles per hour. And then we're at 499, 450 plus is 525, so 495. It's about right there. 51. Is about right there somewhere. And then 700. 675, 750 ish. 60. So I guess it's halfway in between, maybe a little less than, somewhere right there. So this data is spread out a little better, and we can see that we will not get a straight line. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, about 3 points above the trend line and 3 points below. So the trend line would look something like that, maybe. I know that's not a straight line. Maybe I should pull up the tools and draw straighter lines for you. But something like that for our trend line. Okay, so let's look at our next problem. Plot the data. So we're gonna go from 10 to 50. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, we can get every 5 in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, let's see what we can do with the Y's. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Can I go by 5s? If I put 120 on this line, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. I cannot fit everything in, so I'm going to have to count by 10. So let's count this: 120, 130, 140, 150, 170, 190, 210. Okay, so number of items purchased. 10 items is about $1.95. 20 items is about $1.90. 24 is $1.55. Right above it. 26 items is $1.70. Right on that line. Okay. 30 is $1.45 that we spent. 41 is $1.55. Maybe a little higher on that dot. 43 is $1.20. So that's about right there. And 52 is $1.45. So maybe that's right there somewhere. Okay. So you would think the more items you buy, the cheaper it would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So roughly 4 dots should be above and 4 dots should be below our trend line. Maybe something like that. Something like that. I'm not getting into exacts. This dot shouldn't be here. I don't want you to confuse yourself. That dot shouldn't be there. In generalities, the more items you purchase, the cost should go down. And it looks like we have a negative correlation. So, hourly wage in month of birth. Okay, so what do we have here? Can I fit 3? 3, 350, 4, 450, 5, 550, 6, 650, 7, 750, 8, 850. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, can't fit it in because we go from $3 to $10. So every line is going to be $1. So this is always our X. That's always our Y. All right, so we go Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay. So a June person made $3. At $3 was for June. $4 in February. $5.85 for June. $5.85 is real close to $6, so we'll call it June. Hopefully I can reach that point. Okay. 640. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. $5.85 was February. $5.85 was February. Close to $6. $6.40 was June. So halfway between 6 and 7. $6.45 was March. Just a skosh to the right of June. $7.90 was February. December was $9. $9.90 was February. Wow, it's a lot of February birthdays on here. Okay, 2 people born in June, 4 people born in February. As you can see, there's no correlation to this data. It does not trend up or trend down. There's no relationship between hourly wage and month of birth. So again, this was an introduction. You got to see how I picked numbers for on my axis. You can make your axis be whatever numbers you want them to be. So take your time to think about it before you start plotting points. Try a couple things out. You can always do that to get the data to make sense. So data does not always work in nice lines, data in the real world. So we use lines to predict trends. Thank you for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.